So welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be going through the brand new quality of life and balance patch which is coming to ARK Survival Evolved on the PC this week. It will be coming to the console as well, and in today's video we are going to be going through the quality of life catalog, which hasn't been updated for a while, but it could have a lot of things that are going to be coming in this patch. There is going to be some new breedable creatures as well, so I'm going to be giving you guys all the news you need to know for today's not today's update, but this week's update. As soon as the update does go live, I will be doing that this week as well and going through the patch notes. I'm really excited for this. It's been the first quality of life and balance patch for the last 3 or 4, maybe even 5 months, which is brilliant. So if you guys are excited for this week, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get in with today's update. Now, you may have seen this little bit of information that I talked about in yesterday's video when we went through the community crunch. This is just a little bit of a roundup before we go through the catalog list with some of the things that you could be seeing come into the game. So we plan to release a quality of life and balance pass next week on PC. Now, this was said on Friday, so it's going to be any time this week. I hope it will be it'll probably be later on in the week, maybe Thursday or Friday, but I'll let you guys know, obviously, as I said, and a little further down the road on console. This patch will include various quality of life additions along with some important balance changes mainly aimed at PvP. One of the key aspects we looked in regards to balance is the prevalence of chain stuns / crowd control in the current PvP meta. Most specifically, the Void Wyvern, the Shadow Main, the Net Gun, and the Plant Z. We also made balance tweaks to various creatures and items that we will think make PvP more fun and interesting. This patch also includes 2 newly breedable creatures. We do plan to make some more currently unbreedable creatures breedable in the future, so stay posted if your favorite isn't included in this in this one. So this was obviously said in the community crunch, which is really awesome. Quality of life is more updating the game, adding new features in, and making things look better. Whereas obviously a balance patch, obviously they come together, but balancing is basically what it is, what it says. Balancing, it just sorts things out that might be too overpowered or not powerful enough. So I'm really looking forward to what these are going to be. So if you didn't know, for over I think it's literally been 2 years, there has been a quality of life catalog, which Cedric used to update quite a lot, but I don't think it's been updated for a while, but there's still loads of things on this catalog which hasn't actually been added. Now, there was the things that have been completed and then archived on here, and then loads of new ones that are being obviously added in. But what I'm basically just going to be doing is reading through everything on this list from I think from new downwards, and then obviously we'll talk about it later, and then I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Now, I have talked about this catalog before, and then when I last did that, some of this stuff did make it to the game in the last quality of life update, so let's see what happens this time round. So we're not going to read through archive, as I said, we're going to start with new, and the first one, which is what all people always talk about, was the lock manners to extinction. Which obviously was interesting, but yeah, that was the first thing there. Now bear in mind, this is not 100% all coming. This is just a list of things that is on Wildcard's radar that could happen. So and then obviously some of these things have already come to the game as well, it just hasn't been updated. This one was obviously allow adjustments to bloom and light shafts and console. That's already come. Breeding balance, make breeding less time consuming. A little bit of stuff happened with that. Show ranged troughs will reach when placing them. Increase quet speed to make them useful again. In PvE, make pipes work how the flexi pipe does, or how electricals work, can't place near enemy land. Make only flags preserve land and limit to 50 flags per tribe per server. Give all crop seeds their own model so they can be identified in crop plots. Transfer tributes to other maps or remove tributes from other maps that they are useless on. Add a glass tier from Structures Plus. So obviously I've mentioned this to you before. We had a Structures Plus update for console, but guys, that was actually nearly 3 years ago, or no, 4 years ago. Wait, is it 3? So it came out the 11th of December 2018. And the reason I know that is because I looked back at one of my old videos when I did an update. So it's literally been 3 years coming up to since we had the last Structures Plus for console. But this is obviously something on the list here. So add a glass tier structure from Structures Plus. Make the Anki hit automatically when picked up. The Dodo. Well, I always call it the Dodec for some reason. Update the map icon for each map when in orbit with map equipped. Dedicated player inventory folders on the players, obviously. Well, I always call it dedicated player, but dedicated inventory folders on player. Able to place campfire or sleeping bag on pillared land in PvE. Reduce no build distance for some structures and or structure count. Addition of small no build zones for paths and rivers. Ability to customize or change the color of the HUD. Water wells placeable anywhere or not anywhere but more flexible, like in wetland. Allow one water well the same distance as a tech force field to prevent water well overspam. Cave TLC to add black pearls, fungal wood, rare mushrooms, flowers, salt crystals, red, green, blue gem or sap, sulfur and poly plants. Change electrical cable decay length to match metal structures and other electrical equipments like generators. Make wind turbines work on more maps and show the wind percentage on all maps. More UI customization options. Keypads that run off batteries. Add the ability to run boss fights from transmitters or the option to toggle that on private servers. Rework the way you use refertilizer. It's literally, well, yeah, that's basically it. We can only type in global or tribe. And tribe is a mix of allied and tribe, so adding in local as an option, and also allied, so we can talk directly to our tribe only or tribe and allies, if that makes sense. Obviously, some of this is like, it's not the official notes. This is things that have been written down pretty quickly, to be honest. Cryopods advanced information. Would be nice if cryopods also showed the imprinter and the imprinter percent and saddle armor. A better way to search through cryopods. Do something about the chat filter, sensitive words on Xbox, paintable beds, grind all function on grinders, corner snap points on foundations for pillars so we don't have to use fence foundations. Procoptodons mature too fast to benefit from their own nursing buff to imprinting. Could we maybe get them to stay in the pouch longer? Death beacon for tames. Another S plus thing here, stackable foundations and ceilings that snap flush to foundation. Now this is something that's been in S plus for a while and needed on console for a long time, so that'd be good if that came. No clipping option enabled on PvE official console, so we can really let loose on our builds. Which I don't know, let me know what you think about no clipping option on official PvE. Is that something you think would work? Increase taxidermy base auto decay time up from 4 days to 12 or 16 in line with stone or metal. Add the ability to be able to see your structure limit during building and not just when you've gone over. Ability to paint fridges, chemistry vents, fabricator, smithy and troughs. How about better loot and crystal items on the weekend? Say maybe when you initiate the ×2 on the weekends. Separate changes to the game from PvP and PvE, which obviously they're making lots of balance changes there. The material puller from S+. This is something people really want in the game, and I hope it does come because, you know, it would be so useful. You can get basically, you can use the material puller to take from all your different chests, and it just saves so much time. So I really hope it does come. Prevent grass from coming through the floor on foundations. That kind of happened already. On console, maybe a button to transfer a whole stack from one inventory to another. Triangle foundations and ceilings that are right angle triangle halves of a standard foundation or ceiling. More S+ stuff there. Meat stacks change. Oh, that already came. Changed from 30 cooked to 50 and raw 30 to vice. Basically the same. You know how it works. It's already come to the game. Add custom crosshair options, rework on Tech Trough's range, make hazard suit work in gas zones such as Gas Cave on the island and Spider on Valguero, a bigger and better cooker, better solution to charging batteries on Valguero, batteries last 45 minutes instead of 30, batteries can be charged when put into a generator or tech generator that is powered, addition of a bullet hopper to enable loading all turrets in range. That's basically that came with Genesis Part 2. But it came as like an ammo crate thing, which is crazy to think that so many of this stuff is like kind of just gets implemented into the game without us really knowing. Having the ability to grow rare mushrooms from aberration, rare flowers, and maybe cactus sap would be pretty cool. Keyboard and mouse support came on console a while back. Customized aim down sight sensitivity, FOV slider on consoles. Tech saddles allow encumbered dinos to move while consuming element. Have structures like the grinder, forge, grill able to connect to a generator without having to put gas in as well. Make tech vacuum radiation proof. Allow consoles to disable specific dino spawns. The ability to select the amount of an item from a stack like on PC. An option for the tribe log that announces destroyed structure and not just dead dinos and players. Tame dino hunger option for console. Item stack multiplier option for console, which I think would be fantastic. Higher level cap option. Spyglass crosshairs. Training option like manners on all dinos. I think the spyglass could really do with like the advanced spyglass mod on PC for console. I just think it's so useful and so much better. Give a creature the ability to notify when an egg is about to pop or has recently popped. An option on Ankies just to collect metal or stone only, which is interesting. Or you can do berries, seeds, and mushrooms. Make wire decomposition timer based off power. Add a disabled tail swing option. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Remove option to switch between different chat types on console. Remove Rex raw drag weight limit. Animate crafting stations. Safety switch for guns and tech armors to prevent firing. Hold E to dismount option. Server option to disable explorer notes. Allow all structures with inventories to be able to be lock/pin coded. Enable structure decay timer on all structures that don't automatically decay. Option to allow tribe members/alliances to turn on/off things like campfires. Option to disable flies immediate takeoff once mounting. Advanced inventory filtering, again coming from S+. Ability to modify the user. And I think this came actually, game user settings on console. I don't play as much console, I'm more PC these days, but I think that did come. You guys have to let me know. A consumable that will keep predators away from a knockdown dino. Ability to select an item in inventory and key in how many move. Ability to lock an item in inventories to ignore the move all function, ammo, gas, element. Allow tech sensor to give a verbal shout out as well as in the log. Fix manticore landing in the boss fight. Add a whistle for enable and disable wandering and for mating. On PvE, transfer element and not just dust. Weather control sliders, percentage based of how much the density, I can't even speak, of fog, snow and rain. Now again, I've talked about how I want weather control sliders in the game for years and years, and I really hope this comes to the new update, but we'll see. Actual flight / glide mechanics for all flying tames, including the Quetzal and the Space Whale. Allow the grinder function for the Tropio scale with melee. High enough melee will increase the materials you get back. Tech helmet should swap out night vision with dino outlines and replace with normal vision structure outlines. The ability to disable cables visually. Transferable tribute like Spino sails. Make it so corrupt can't enter biomes, including city, that already came to the game. Fix broken tech bridge snap points and snappable big gates like dino gates. I can never pronounce that, but you guys know what I mean. So that is the full quality of life catalog list. What is even going on with me? Like the last 2 days, I just haven't been with it. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. It does need an update, but there's still some things in there that are sounding pretty cool for this update. I cannot wait for the quality of life and balance patch. Hopefully it won't be delayed and we will get it. It's meant to be sometime this week on PC, and then when it comes to console, I'll make a video on that as well, so don't you guys worry. Let's hope for lots of S+. Leave a like if you're excited, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys in my next video very soon. See you guys then.